Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video that I'm going to be making, and it's about my tomato plants and my other plants that I have in my little garden. This is the first tomato plant I ever planted. Had to look up a lot of tutorials to see how to go about it. I don't have a green thumb, so I've tried this before and I've had a lot of plants die on me, either because I overwater them or too much exposure to the sun. So I'm not an expert, I'm a beginner, and so I want to show what I've been doing, and hopefully you guys can leave me some comments letting me know ideas on how to grow tomatoes, for example, or tomatoes, onions, chili peppers, and all sorts of stuff. So again, this is my first tomato plant that I've ever had. I've been seeing a lot of tutorials on YouTube. Told me to cut the lower branches down here, make sure that it didn't grow any bacteria or mold and it wouldn't affect the plant. As you can see, it has two, like I mentioned, two ripe tomatoes there. I'm about to cut them in a little while. And there's some other tomatoes that are barely growing. Some right here. There's one back there. There's some right here. A couple more at the top, and you can see there's some new flowers at the very top. So again, give me some comments. Give me some suggestions on how to do better with this. And I'm going to show you the rest of my plants in a little while. This is my cactus plant. It's very common here in Mexico for people to eat cactus. We call them nopales. They can either grill them or they could just cook it in a pan with some olive oil and some salt. As you can see, this one is growing some, I guess you would call them leaves, cactus leaves. There's two there, two more there. We already cut one here. We already ate it. And some bigger ones here. And there's a couple more growing right here and two more there. And we're hoping to grow more of these, obviously for food, just like the tomatoes. And we have some other plants, such as this little one. Doesn't give any fruit or anything, but we just like plants in general. We have a spearmint. They call it yerba buena here in Mexico. That's it right here. And then I have a planter, this little section right here. I'm gonna move over here so you don't see my shadow. So in this planter is just blocks, dirt, and some horse manure that I've been using. And in here we have some bell peppers along this little section right here. At Costco you can get a bag of bell peppers that are either yellow, orange, and red. And so I use those seeds to sow them in the ground, and hopefully they'll start growing sometime soon, because I did this like 3 or maybe a month ago. And in this section over here, I put some more seeds for jalapeno peppers and serrano peppers. And so far, no sprouts. Nothing has come out of the dirt. So hopefully I didn't overwater them or any other bad decision that I've made that affected the growth of these plants. So I'm still waiting for this. And on this side we have, I honestly do not know what this is. It just started growing. If anyone knows what it is, let me know in the comment section. I'm thinking it's probably like a Italian squash. In Mexico they call it calabacita. I'm hoping it's that. Hope it's not like pumpkin or something like that. Maybe cucumbers. I don't know what it is, honestly. I'm just guessing. I'm not an expert, like I mentioned before. But here we have an avocado plant, and that's my dog, Canela. We have this avocado plant. Put some good soil. We have some good soil right here. Miracle Grow, I believe that's what it is. And it's growing and it's doing all right. Has a little bit of damage on the leaves, so I gotta take care of that. I was thinking of using white vinegar, spray it on there, and get rid of those little bugs that are eating the leaves. And here we have some onion. I I don't know how this is going to grow, but I will find out later on. Let it grow some more and find out. And then here I have a tomato plant, still growing, barely sprouting. Once it's grown, I'm gonna move it to where the other tomato plant is, but for the meantime I'm leaving it right here. And as you can see, the soil, it's just regular soil, but I've been using the coffee beans to water the plant. I heard coffee beans are supposed to be good for plants, so that's what I'm using as a fertilizer, something natural. And so this is what I have on this section. Now we're gonna move on to the next planter, which is this one right here, smaller than the first one. So on this side of the planter, if I remember correctly, I also put some seeds for some jalapeno peppers and serrano peppers. And in the middle section, I did a little bit of bell peppers. In the back over here, in this section over here, I did some tomato seeds. The reason why I left it there is because the fence is right there. So I'm hoping once it sprouts, then it will attach itself to the fence and just start growing on the fence as a little vine. As you can see right here, there is something growing, and this is potatoes. This is a potato sprout. I put 4 potatoes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so my plan is to, once the plant dies, the top of the plant dies, remove these blocks and just be able to get the potatoes. And then you can see there's a little, can't see it because of the shadow, but I believe it's a jalapeno pepper plant that's growing. And again, you can see some damage on the leaves, so I need to get on that, get rid of those little bugs. This bucket right here is potatoes also. I believe, if I remember correctly, I put 2 potatoes on this bucket, one at the very bottom, and then one like in the middle top. And I cut up a hole at the very bottom, so I just grab the handle. Accident. I just grab the handle, I pull up, all the potatoes fall out the bottom. That's the plan. That's what I saw in a video, and that's what I'm planning to do. Over here we have a jalapeno, I believe, and serrano pepper. Over here we have a apple tree, still growing. It's tiny still. I need to change the pot, get it into a bigger pot. And then this is an avocado twig. It has not grown at all. It's been like that for some months, and so I'm thinking of just getting rid of it and using the soil for something else. And moving on to this section, this is where I've been doing compost. Again, I'm not an expert, so I think I just saw a video where somebody dug a hole and just started throwing all the waste there. And that's what I'm doing, following that advice. But someone else told me to just put it in a big barrel, like a big blue barrel. Just throw everything in there, from cardboard to just any waste that can just disintegrate and turn into compost. So I think that's going to be my next plan, to just get rid of this hole and do that. Just put it in a big barrel. As you can see, there's all sorts of things. There's coconuts, there's oranges. Over here, I live in TJ. Over here in TJ, there's what they call sobre ruedas, or if you go more down south, they call it a tianguis. There's a lot of fruit and vegetable stands, and they just throw away all their old vegetables that are gonna rot pretty soon. And so I just go around and I just collect that, and that's what I'm using for compost. And in this little section, there's a lot of succulents and cactuses. As you can see, these ones are easy to grow because they don't need that much water, and so we've been able to have some success with these plants. Not a lot of maintenance. But if you tried the fruit plants, the tomato ones, the potatoes, oranges, avocados, those are the ones that we struggle with because we just don't know a lot about them, but we are doing research. And so hopefully we can have like a small nursery sometime in the future. You can see there's a ton of cactuses and a ton of succulents. There's a lot of them right here. They look really nice. Really good job. And then there's I don't think you can see it, not enough light. I don't know what that one's called. And there's another one here, some aloe vera plant, and then this one on the right, I don't know what it's called, but I heard that it's very good for like indoor plants. So that's my next plan, is to remove those, put them in a pot, and take them inside the house. So this is my garden. It's very small, as you can see, not a lot, but the plan is to get better at growing plants, learning a lot more, and just planting more fruit trees and all kinds of stuff. So again, leave a comment, let me know how I'm doing or what I can do better. I would appreciate it. And thank you for watching this video. You have a great day.